everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, I hope you're having a great day, weekday, weekend, month, evening, overnight, morning, all that good stuff. We're doing a vlog, as you can see. We're headed to the lake to take this boy for a walk. It's a beautiful day out and we've been just inside doing chores and hanging out, and it's already almost 6 p.m. but with the time change and everything, the sun's still out and it's nice and warm. It's not warm, but it's nice. Nice enough to go on a good walk. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and film it as part of a vlog, and I will go ahead and do the chest camera around the lake so you can see the lake and all that good stuff. We've been there before, but we'll chat. We're gonna do a walk and not a run, and we can chat. A few things to catch you up on, so that'll be fun. Oh, this sun. So I will admit that this is take 2 of my intro. I got out into the car, got all loaded up, and got on the road. And let me roll all these windows up. Let's see. And I didn't have my sunglasses, so I like turned the corner. I was like, single and blinded. So I had to flip around and go get my sunglasses. But these are new, and it's actually my prescription glasses from the brand Pair. I ordered from Pair Eyewear. So it's the glasses, but then they give you these little things to put on top. So these are like the UV protected lenses, but they go over my prescription glasses and they just magnetize on. Isn't that cool? And there's some other frames. I got some Van Gogh ones and a wood grain one. So yeah, it's kind of cool, and you can order more for your pair. And I think I might get even a second pair of actual glasses, just as a backup, because this is my only pair right now. So yeah, we're just cruising over to the lake. Gonna walk around there for a little bit, kind of bop around, and then yeah, I'm not sure what else after that. It's Saturday at the time of filming this. I have some plans to go meet some friends tonight. We already did some friends stuff, hung out last night for St. Patrick's Day, and I had a good time. I didn't go crazy. I was in bed by midnight, but I definitely had a good time, and I woke up this morning feeling a little off. So we did lay around for a little bit longer than usual, but once I was up, I was good, and got some work done on some projects, which we'll talk about once we get to the lake, because I want to dive into all of it in detail. But I actually got a lot done today. We got laundry going, we got dishes done, we vacuumed, we dusted. What else? I don't think I cleaned my room's clean, but I think my bed, yeah, I didn't make my bed. So I still have a couple things to do when we get back from this hike or this walk, but I knew Apollo was itching for some exercise, because yesterday we just did an around the neighborhood walk, and so it was only like 1.5 miles. So today I'm going to try to get 3 miles in. We'll see. It usually takes me about an hour to do 3 miles out at the lake, so we'll see. But I'm hoping it's pretty, like with the sunset and everything. We went to a different lake the other day. It's called Sloan's Lake, and we actually went for like a legitimate run. Like I was trying to like get as best of my best mile time as I could, when usually I don't really pay attention to that. And so I was doing pretty good. We were running quite a bit for the entire thing, and we did a full lap around the lake. Is just about 3 miles. It's about twice as big as the lake that's over here. And so I might have to bring you over to, it's called Sloan's Lake, and it's very popular. It's in a part of town called Edgewater, and it's just this really cool lake kind of in the city. And it's very popular. Lots of rollerbladers and cyclists and all sorts of stuff, you name it. There's people that fish there. You can put boats in there as well. I don't think motorized, I don't know what the rules are, but they have a put-in at the lake. So it's just in the city. It's this cool little lake. So I'll have to take you there. Maybe we'll go tomorrow and I'll film that as a different vlog. I'm not sure, but we'll go. Um, and then, yeah, but we're just gonna come over here and do a nice stroll. Oh, it's so beautiful today. It's a beautiful, like, winter transitioning to spring evening. It's very nice. So it looks like there's not too many people here, which is good. Okay, well, I'm gonna park and we're gonna get ourselves all gussied up with the camera and all that stuff, and then I will be back with you and we will talk all things diamond painting. Okay, 1 second. Okay, all right, looks like we are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so hi, hello. I know I said hi in the car, but it feels like you start over when I always get out and get all my stuff put together. We may have to stop for an Apollo potty break at some point, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, we're out here just gonna do a couple laps, get him some exercise, get me some exercise. I didn't bring my Apple Watch, I forgot to bring it, but I think the phone still at least tries to record distance and stuff when it's just in my pocket, at least I think. But otherwise, it's okay. I think I can at least manually enter it into my Conquer app that I did. I'll just put it in as 3 miles if we do 2 laps. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. It is a pretty awesome day for me. I'm a little bit on cloud 9 today because I finished Head of Medusa early this morning. So I said that I was gonna talk about, or I worked on some projects. I had about 300 drills or 400 drills left to place last night before my buddies wanted to go out, and I was like, I don't want to go out. Maybe I had more than that, maybe about 600. I was like, oh man, I'm so close to being done. And so I didn't say anything, of course. I wasn't going to be like, I'm trying to debate whether or not to go out and hang out with you so I can finish this project. I was like, no, let's go out. So we had an absolute blast. Then we came back to the house and hung out afterwards. And then I went to bed after they left. And then first thing this morning when I got up, I was like, Head of Medusa! So I ran to the craft room, like jumped out of bed and just finished it up. It only took about an hour to, maybe even less, to get that done. So did that and then immediately filmed my finish and review, and got that all posted today at the time of filming this. So that's already up. You should be able to see that. And then painted the borders, and now it is hanging in the craft room. So I think I'm gonna keep that one in the craft room for now. At some point I may move it to either my bedroom or the stairwell, but for now it's gonna stay in the craft room. And yeah, I'm super jazzed. I'm so happy that it's done. I think it looks great. So hold on. But yeah, I think it looks great. I'm very happy with how the rendering turned out. I think the detail is great. Product quality from Jaded Gem Shop is always on point, so no need to worry about anything there. But yeah, come on, let's go, buddy. He's wanting to stop and sniff and not move, and I'm like, dude, we're out here to get you some exercise. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Not everything needs to be investigated. He's he's the most sniffy dog out of any dog I've ever been around. Like, everything deserves investigation with sniffs. Like, he just spends the majority of his time nose to the ground. It's like, come on, man, let's go. But he's definitely got his we've been discussing over the past month or so that I've just been working on different methods to try to get him to eat consistently. I think it was just a phase. as he's getting older, because he is back into scarfing his food down when I serve it to him. So yeah, so we don't have to worry about that. Hold on just a second. Stay over here. Let's go. Yeah, so he's gotten back into his normal routine of eating the food when it's put down in front of him. He's been getting, basically, when I have like meat or veggies or something that I didn't eat enough of, and I'm worried that it's like I'm not going to eat it in time before it goes bad, I've been putting it in my Ace blender. It's from Instapot. So it's like a blender that actually gets hot, so you can make soups in it. It's got like a heating plate in it, so you can make soups in it and stuff. So what I've been doing, and it doesn't happen with a lot of stuff, it's just excess fruits and veggies and stuff that I get on top of my HelloFresh. So for instance, I got a butternut squash a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I'm not gonna do anything with this. And originally I had bought it for him, and then I was like, oh, I'll probably roast it for myself, that'll be nice. And then I never did anything with it, so I chopped that up, put it in the Ace blender with some water and some bone broth, and then just set it to soup. And soup too is like a pureed soup, so it cooks it and blends it and essentially turns it into butternut squash soup, but it's just with the bone broth and the water and the squash. Those are the only three things. So I made that, and then I poured it into some silicone ice cubes. So now once in a while I'll throw a little cube of squash in there for him. And then I had a big thing of arugula that I bought, and I only ate about half of it, and it hit its best by date, and I was like, it's probably gonna start getting funky soon. So I just threw that whole thing in there with some bone broth and some water and blended it up into like a arugula, kind of almost like a smoothie, but hot, it cooks it. And then I poured those into ice cubes, so he gets those once in a while too now. But so he's on that. He's almost out of his carnivore kibble, so I switched him to Origin, and it's their Tundra formula. And so he's transitioning into that, so he gets half a cup of each now with his other stuff, his goat's milk and his this and his that. But he seems to be eating a lot more consistently now. Like he can eat 3 cups again, which is nice. So I don't know, maybe he's hitting another growth spurt. He does seem a little taller, so maybe he's hitting another growth spurt and he's getting hungrier, because he's also, even though he's back to eating more, he's also looking a little bit more trim. So we'll see. He keeps he goes wide, tall, wide, tall. This is kind of funny. But yeah, I think he's at about 82 pounds now, 83 maybe. He has a vet appointment next month. Yeah, next month for a round of vaccinations. And then he's also going to get on some flea and tick medication. It's not as... Okay. You don't need to sniff it all. Oh, he got himself a stick. Flea and tick, I guess, isn't those things aren't as big here in the high plains as it is in other parts of the country, but we go camping a lot, so he'll be up in the woods a lot, and so just want to make sure that he's protected. And then also I'm sorry, I'm completely misspeaking. Heartworm. He's going to get on preventative heartworm medication. That's what I meant to say. But I do need to look into that flea and tick stuff and see what's recommended, because like I said, he'll be up in the woods a lot. So, but yeah, he's going to get on preventative heartworm medication. but I think it's the same thing. It's less prevalent here, I think. So yeah. This way. What else is going on? I'll try to get away from the traffic here soon. We're gonna take the long way around. Apollo, come on, buddy. We're gonna take the long way around. That way we get the most out of our the most distance. And then I'm gonna try to do it twice. We may just do one, I'm not sure. But yeah. So Medusa, Head of Medusa is done. It's finished. Ha ha ha! It took 2.5 months. Absolutely fantastic time. I loved working on that kit. Even right towards the very end, I was just like, I kind of don't want this to be over because it's been a lot of fun. But it felt so rewarding to place that final drill and like highlight those final stitches. It was just, what a blast. What a blast. So yeah, now that that's done, I'm gonna pull down Polani and try to get Polani done as my first kind of whip finish. My plan was to I thought it was gonna take me until the rest of the month to get Medusa done at the latest, so I still have like another couple weeks I can play with. A little bit less than that I have kind of open. So I'd like to get Polani done in that time, is finish that kit completely. I'm not quite halfway. I may be like 40% done. So I'd like to get that finished. And it should go quick. There's a lot of color blocking in certain areas, so it should go fast. And lots of opportunity for multi-placing. So I'm hoping that works up quickly. And then once that's done, then I'll probably try to... Apollo, buddy, come on. He's riled up. Hold on. But yeah, I'll try to get Polani done, and then I'd like to get one more whip done in April. I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know what I want to work on as far as whips go after Polani. My heart says, or my brain says I should get Cozy Evening done just to get it done and out of the way and ready for my aunt. But I'm going to see her. Oop, potty break. Hang tight. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to pick that up, and then the trash cans were back at the intersection, so I had to backtrack a little bit, but we're back to where we were. Come here, Apollo. You just got to move forward constantly. My brain says it'd be smart to get Cozy Evening done just because that is something that is a gift. But then I'm also like, I have until August when I see my aunt in person to give it to her. So then I'm like, but I could absolutely see myself in July being like, oh no, I have to rush to get this kit done because I kept putting it off. So I don't know, I might bring that out after Polani. It's not that long until, like, it won't be that long until I have it done. It'll probably take me about 2 weeks to finish it. So I just need to do it. I don't know why I'm procrastinating on that kit. It's close to being done, close enough. So maybe I'll do that one after Polani, who knows. But then I'd also like to get one more round done in May. So if I could get Polani finished in March, Cozy Evening done, and then maybe one more whip in April. So maybe I could jump into Crimson Oracle again. I probably should, because I haven't actually finished a Craftably kit yet. So maybe that'll be on the list. So in April and May, try to get Cozy Evening and Crimson Oracle done. But in the those are going to be my side projects in the background. I'd like to get those done, but I will be focusing on and I will be putting some focus on a new cross-stitch conversion project that I will be kitting up tonight, I believe. So I don't like to do this, and I think people probably don't like getting teased about upcoming projects, but it's just part of, I'd rather just tell you that I'm working on something, and as soon as I can disclose details, I will. But I have an upcoming project that is a cross-stitch conversion, and the reason why it's kind of under wraps is because it's a project that is actually partially paid for, or being sponsored by the small shop that did the drills. So it is a brand new company that's going to be launching in the market. And who knows, by the time this vlog goes up, it might already be time. Or you might have already seen the announcement of it. But it's a brand new small shop that's going to be coming to the diamond painting world. And the owner reached out to me and just liked what I was doing with Head of Medusa and asked if I'd be interested in testing out their drills on a project of my choice. So it was very, very generous. It's so awesome. And I'm very excited to share all the information with you all. I've already done my unboxing of the drills. I've already done the project announcement, announcing my next cross-stitch conversion project. And then I'll be filming that kitting up tonight. And they're just all sitting waiting for this shop to go live. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it'll already be all out by the time you see this. I'm not sure. But I just told the shop owner that I wouldn't announce anything or put out any content about it until they were ready to launch their site, because it didn't make sense to me to be like, check this out, this is so cool, and then you can't go and look yourself. So I was like, I'll just put them on a Google Drive, and you let me know when you're ready, and when you're ready, I will put all these videos out. So I've just been working on those kind of on the side. And then this same shop owner, I reached out to them and said, hey, I want to do an image as a cross-stitch conversion, and the image is one that I got from Hannah over at Iterations Crafts. I licensed her, did the single licensing for one of her Pharaoh images. And so I really want to do this as a cross-stitch conversion. Can you help me figure that out? And so they were like, yeah, absolutely. Let's get on a call together, and I can walk you through a free site that I know of where you can convert the image into a cross-stitch pattern. And then there's other options too, but they were like, I have experience doing this myself, and I've actually done a lot of research on kind of adjusting some of the rendering and the sizing, and I think there's something called like dithering that's supposed to like play a part into the detail of an image when you run it through this cross-stitch pattern making software. And I was like, you know what? This would be excellent content in preparation for the cross-stitch conversion event and for your shop launch, because this would be really helpful for people that maybe want to do a cross-stitch conversion of their own photo that they've taken or one that they've purchased. And so they were like, okay, let's do it. So we're going to film that, I believe, tomorrow, on how to convert your own image or one that you've licensed into a cross-stitch pattern, which can in turn be made into a conversion. So at the time, I don't mind saying it now because we're going to do it tomorrow. This won't go up tomorrow, but I plan on going through all of that and then not necessarily surprising her, but just saying, or surprising them, whoops, and just saying, hey, now that you've helped me do this, like, let's go ahead, let's do it. So I'm going to order that project from them. So I already ordered, aside from the oh, hold on just a second. It's a squeaky bike. Hey, hey, chill out. Chill out. I love eavesdropping on people, like as they're walking by. All I heard was the stupid government. It's like, oh boy, he must be a blast to walk with. um, anyway, so from this new shop, which I can't, I'm sorry, I'm talking more and more about it, but it will all be revealed very soon. Don't worry. But I have the project that I'll be starting that was gifted to me for review, and then I've already ordered one. The shop owner just did an offline sale for me because I was like, ooh, I want this now. And so I was actually their very first customer pre-launch, so that was kind of cool. And then I'll probably be ordering another one tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know. Cross stitch conversions are just, they're so much fun. I'll always have one going now. It's just a different process. It engages me in a different way. I really, really like doing them. I wish I would have kind of researched and invested in one a lot sooner in my diamond painting journey, because I think I would have transitioned to doing a lot more of those versus traditional kits. And the more and more I look at my pile, my stash, and I'm just like, I know I'm never going to get to a lot of these now because I'd rather do a cross-stitch conversion than a big square kit. There's so many giant squares that I've ordered over the past year that I'm just like, dang it. So I don't know if I'll de-stash them or just hold on to them or just use them for gifts and giveaways. I definitely want to do a de-stash. I think the thing that keeps tripping me up with doing a de-stash is like figuring out the shipping. Like, you know, I don't have like ShipStation, or I don't have any of that stuff where I can like print labels. Like I just walk, like when I've done trades or giveaways, I just take it over to the UPS store and they give me the pricing and I pay for it. So I'm like, how would I do that with a de-stash? Would I just put a flat rate and just eat the difference if it's more than that? Or not give someone the final price till I'm physically there at the UPS store? I'm like, okay, pay me. You know, I don't know. I don't know how people do it that don't have like the at-home shipping stuff. Maybe there's a calculator online that'll at least give me an estimate, because I could go off of that. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, I want to make it worth people's while. I don't know if I'm going to charge what I bought it for, especially if it's already opened and has been unboxed, or if I just do, you know, anything in a big Diamond Art Club box is $30, anything in a small one's $20, or I don't know. I'm trying to figure that stuff out too, but yeah, I'm trying to be more realistic. I'm not diamond painting as much overall as I did last year, and I plan on that being even less going into the summer. And so it's just not practical if I'm trying to transition to doing cross-stitch conversions. Just like, I won't ever get to all of these. Probably would never gotten to them had I not started doing conversion projects, but especially now, like, yeah, I definitely am like, I think I'm pushing 100 kits maybe by now. I'm not sure. But I will say that I'm getting rid of 3 kits next week because everyone at the office is really interested in diamond painting now. I've kind of like piqued their interest. So I had one coworker that I just basically showed them my Google Keep on my phone, and I was like, pick which one you like and I will give it to you. I was like, I don't care which one it is. At first I was gonna be like, oh, maybe not the limited edition ones. I'm like, whatever you want. So one person picked Winston's Prize, which is my other Mooney made kit. So I'm gonna kit it up for them and everything, and give it to them with the Art Dot container set. that it'll fit in, and if they like it, then they can just keep the art dot as a gift, so it encourages them to keep diamond painting. And if they don't like it, I'll just be like, okay, just bring the container back when you're done, or whatever. I don't really mind. And then another one picked, oh gosh, what did they pick? Winston's Prize. Oh no. Oh, Tropical Sunset by Diamond Dots. So I'm going to pick that one. So I'm going to kit that one up. And then the other one that somebody was on the fence about was Mittens, Destroyer of Worlds from Craftably, but they decided against it. So it's just those two. And then my other coworker wanted Rhiannon from Micah Jelena. So I don't know if I'm gonna kit that one up though, because they were like, oh, it's for my girls. I want them to try it. So I'm like, okay. I don't have 3 of everything because I think she's got 3 girls. I'll have to ask her, but yeah, she said her girls would really like to work on Rhiannon. So that one was a little tough because I really like that image, and I do think that one's limited edition, but whatever, it's fine. I have plenty to do because I was like, oh, maybe I'll, I was thinking of doing that one for the Mic-a-thon, but I also have Satara, and I think maybe one or two other, I don't even know at this point. See, that's the problem. Like, it's okay. So I'm getting rid of 3 kits to give away to coworkers. So that'll be nice to get those out of my stash. Even though Winston's Prize is small enough, I could get that done in like a weekend. But Tropical Sunset was definitely one that I was planning on destashing or giving away because I think it's squares, and I'm not a fan of Diamond Dots squares. So yeah. So we're just coming around. This is the back of the cemetery. We can actually walk like right up against that mausoleum kind of building that's over there, but we won't. But yeah, just a nice little late winter, early spring walk. And Paulo's loving it. He's yanking me around. Oh, did you hear your name? Let's go. Let's go. Did you hear your little name? But yeah, if I could get 3 of my whips done in 2 months, 2.5 months, I should say, starting today. Today through May 31st, or the 31 days in May. And then also get that mystery, for now, cross-stitch conversion project done. That's my goal. And then, what is your deal? What? He's like, let me off this thing or move faster. One of the two. All right, I'll pick up the pace. Then that'll leave me open to starting my cross-stitch conversion project that I have planned for Summer with the Masters in June. And I know that one will take me way longer than the event, like way, way longer. So that's probably one that's gonna stay with me. I'd say it's gonna take me, well, here's the thing. I have 2 that I could potentially do. One of them is much larger than the other, and it's got a lot more colors than the other. And I think I want to do it just as a challenge to myself for Summer with the Masters. It's got over 200 colors. So I know it'll take me way longer than the event, but it'll be fun to at least give it a shot and see how far I can get. And it's from a pattern from Threadbare. And Threadbare is a site that sells cross-stitch patterns, but they also have a service where you could submit an image to be converted into a cross-stitch pattern at a fee. They charge you just as much as you pay for like a normal pattern, whereas the one that I'm about to learn tomorrow is free of charge. So we'll see. I'm curious to see how it goes. And then Threadbare also has their own online app, web app, that you can, it's like their own version of Pattern Keeper. And it's supposed to work with other patterns outside of their offerings, but I had some trouble trying to upload Head of Medusa on it just to try it out. But then I uploaded this pattern that I'll be most likely be working on for Summer with the Masters, and it worked out just fine. So I'm gonna try it and see if that's another good option if you shop from Threadbare. So that'll be coming this June. And yeah, that's kind of my game plan as far as kits. So if I was to get Polani, Cozy Evening, and Crimson Oracle done by June, that would leave me with, as far as whips go, that would leave me with Senorita, Star Maker, and then the two projects that I haven't touched but they're kitted up. It's my Jaded Gem Shop Mystery Kit and then Sunset Crossing by Craftably. So who knows, maybe I'll change that up at some point and pick different ones, but I do want to try to clear my whips this year, just get them all done. The two that are kitted up and not touched, I might not get to this year because they're both very big, but at least the ones that have drills on them, I just want to get them off the walls I have them hung up like where you'd put your curtains, the little curtain brackets. I just have them on hangers there. So I'd like to get those cleared, and then in 2024 I can start working on some new stuff. And who knows, I might be able to get through all of those and then some. I think I'm only at like 4 finishes for the year, and last year I think I had 18 total done. So who knows, I might be able to get more, but it's the cross-stitch conversions are just so much more time consuming that I think my overall number of finishes is gonna really drop down if I'm always working on one. So yeah, I think it'll be good to have a good mix. And excuse me, what is that? What is that? What is that? Can I have that? Can I have that? Okay. I can't tell if this guy's yelling at me. No. He's like, hey, come here, come here. I think he's talking to his dog. Okay, let's go, let's go. And he's like, can I help you, sir? He's running through the cemetery with his dog. That's not cool. So yeah, and then as far as purchases go, I have been buying stuff. I got a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago, I got a Yume art image. And then last week I got another Yume art image. They came out with like 2. And this most recent one, I forget what it's called, but it's like a wolf, a white wolf, like kind of standing on a like cliff edge, looking at like a really pretty mountain scene. And I was like, it's Apollo. So I had to get it. So yeah, I'm still snagging Yume arts and probably Ivy Dollamores, even though I don't need them. I just love that artwork and I always get drawn to it. So yeah, it's probably gonna keep happening. But there wasn't any, come on, let's go, buddy, come on. Focus up, focus up. You've been a little all over the place today. Come on, come on. This dog, I tell you what. Hey, come on, Apollo, let's go. All right, I'm just gonna have to, the nice thing about having the leash around my waist is when he gets distracted or decides that he doesn't want to move forward, I can just stop pulling on him and just walk, and that moves him. He's still not bigger than me. But yeah, I'll probably always get Ivy Dollamore and Yume Arts artwork. Who knows? There's been a couple of them that I'm like, not super interested. I think there's one that was called Petals Fall, and then another one that was a violin from Yume Art, and I really didn't they just weren't my jam, and they were super big squares. So I was like, meh, I'm not super invested in that series of images. So, and then there's another one, there's one from Ivy Dollamore that I'm waiting to get restocked because I ordered it and then they canceled my order because the box was damaged, I guess, or the shipment got damaged, and it's Herbalist's Helper, and that's around, and I keep checking for it to come back and it hasn't yet, which is a bummer. But yeah, hold on just a little bit. Let's go this way. Sorry. This way. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed that Herbalist Helper was damaged, or the shipment was damaged, because I haven't seen it come back in stock. So anyway, as far as kits that I'm still waiting on, my kits from Jade, at least I think I think I had 3 orders with her, and 2 of the 3, I popped on to say hi to her on her live this past week at the time of filming this, and she's like, your kits are here. I was like, yes. So I think those are going to be shipped soon, and one of them is the cross-stitch conversion project that I'm thinking I'm going to do for summer with the masters with all the colors. So that's one. And then there was Aurora Borealis from Henry Clive was in that set, and that's a round drill, so that'll be my first round drill kit from Jade. And then the last one is the Last Supper, which is that massive 60 by 280 centimeter square drill kit. And she said in her live, she was like, Anthony, they had to ship this thing in 2 separate boxes. Like, the drills are in their own giant box because there's just so many. But if you think about it, it's the same width as Head of Medusa, ever so slightly thinner, tall, ever so slightly like shorter, but the width is over 2 times as much, 20 centimeters shy of being 3 times as long. So if that was to take me the same amount of time, that would take me, 7.5 months to complete. I think it's going to take me a year to get that one project done. But I already have a spot for it in the house. Let's go this way. But yeah, I already have the spot for it. I think that one's going to go in the stairwell on the opposite side, so that'll be the side that's facing into the living room, and it'll probably take up the entire length of the wall because it's about 9 feet. Come on, let's go. So I can't wait. I'm so excited to unbox that one. I'm like, how am I even going to show this kit? And all the drills, like, that unboxing is going to take forever. So yeah, but I'm really excited. I told her, I think I mentioned it on on a previous video as well, as like, that's going to be my final kit. Like, that's when I will end the channel or stop diamond painting. I'll decide to destash everything that I have, or finish everything, destash everything else, and then do a series of videos for the Last Supper, and then be done. Because it's such a massive project. Like, that's gotta be the finale. So who knows, I might not ever get to that kit if I just keep diamond painting, or maybe I'll decide I'll change my tune, 5 years from now, and I still haven't stopped. But it might be years until I get to that kit. We'll see. But I just the idea of something that big, like that's the largest kit I've heard of. I know that there's one that I've seen people show off before, and it's like, I think it's like princesses, but they're in shadow, I think. And that one's really big. But 280 centimeters, that's the biggest one that I think I've seen personally. That isn't a cross stitch conversion. Maybe they're bigger ones, I'm not sure. But yeah, I remember when I first started and I ordered these giant customs from Paint with Diamonds, and they were like, I think it was like 120 centimeters, and I was like, this is the biggest kit that I've ever seen. And now I'm like 280. Oh my goodness. But I like the idea of it being 60 by that long, like a long panel, because then I can work on it sideways, which will be nice. Okay. Hi, yeah, I see you, bud. I see you. Hey, what the heck? What's your deal? Okay. Hey, hey, Apollo. Oh my gosh. Hey, you're making a fool out of yourself. Come on, let's go. Hey. Okay. Breathe, my child. What is this? Let's go. Go. Hey, we're not doing this all day. If I laugh, then he's like, oh, he likes this. Oh my goodness. Come on, let's go. He's got way more energy than a walk right now, but that's okay. I think we're gonna keep going for a while. I don't know if we're gonna do another full lap, but let's just keep going. He's such a little spaz. Oh, I love him. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Last Supper, Borealis, and then that cross stitch conversion. I'd tell you the name of it, but it's in German. You'll just have to wait for the unboxing, which will be probably right before summer with the Masters. Come on. What else? So then I have, that Treasure Studios Arts kit is still showing as unfulfilled. That's been about a month. And then the same with my DIY moon shop that I ordered. Ordered a little over a month ago and still showing as unfulfilled. So I'm not really like jonesing to get those kits because I don't know when I'd ever get to them. Not anytime soon. So I'm not anxious for them. But also just from like a customer experience standpoint, to be able to speak to like how long shipping is, it would be nice to get those within like 2 months, but who knows? I know both of those shops have kind of mixed reviews as far as shipment times and stuff. So I kind of knew what I was getting into, that I might not see them for a really long time, but that's okay. Let's just do the next lap right around the lake. How do you feel about that? Let's see some water. Let's go. Come on. It's so pretty. Hope you can see the lake. Aim you down a little bit. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely getting a little bit more chilly now. I should have worn my gloves. Come on, buddy. So yeah, that wider loop that we just did, that wasn't right up against the lake, usually puts us firmly at 2 miles, if not slightly longer. So this lap, which is closer to the lake, is about 1.75 miles maybe, so we'll definitely get the 3 in. But yeah, so I think those are all my kits that I have on order that are coming. Aside from the one that I'm going to work on tomorrow, that custom cross stitch conversion. And then I requested from Jade that she put together some cross stitch conversion patterns for me as well, some custom ones of a Bosch series of images. I haven't gotten an update on if she's still working on those or not, but she's got a lot going on, so I'm not going to push her for those. Hold on. So yeah, I'm not itching to get those done, and she's got a lot of stuff that she's working on, so if it happens, it happens, and when it happens, it happens. I'm not too worried. Hold on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Yes, this poor dog. I should have just taken him to the dog park because he's got a lot of pent up energy. I can tell when he's freaking out because he'll like bite at the grass and he's just got a lot of anxious energy when he needs to just run. But this is an on leash area, so hopefully a 3-mile walk will at least do a little something for him. And I'll probably let him out in the backyard tonight and just chase him. Let's go. Come on. Okay, enough eating the grass. Enough. Let's go over here in the dirt. His eyes are just like, energy! Come on, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna stay over here on the dirt side so he doesn't eat all that grass. Come on, let's go. So yeah, that's kind of all I have in the works as far as what's coming in. I got my Craftably kits in. I think those are the only ones that I've had on order like over the past month or so that have come in. And then those Jaded Gem Shop kits should be here soon enough. But I'm super excited. I can't wait to see The Last Supper. I can't wait to see that cross-stitch conversion. I've never done anything with that many colors, not even close. So I'm trying to figure out the best strategy for kitting that up. ArtDot came out with a new 420 container, like storage container set. So I think I'm gonna get that. I'll probably need to order that soon. Because sometimes their stuff goes out of stock and it stays out of stock for a while. So I'd like to get that just to make sure I have it. And then as far as like, I know everyone has their own like method for organizing that many drills. Like, do you do it by symbol? Do you do it by color, family, similar symbols, you know, all that stuff? I don't know if my brain's gonna work like that. And because it's a cross-stitch conversion, I don't really have to look at the symbols because the app, when you highlight the symbol, it gives you the corresponding DMC, which is nice. So I'm not like hunting to match the symbol to a DMC code like on a legend. It does that for me automatically. So I think I'll be fine just organizing it all by DMC like I normally do, because when you click on the symbol on the Threadbare app, it highlights it and says, oh, this is 939. So I don't have to go hunting for it. And I don't think I'll ever do, now that I think about that, the thought of having to do that on a regular canvas, like hunting for the symbol, that sounds awful. I don't think I'd ever do that. I'll always want to have an app, you know, that does that for me, like a cross-stitch conversion. Now that I'm like, ooh, I'd have to like look through pages and pages of symbols. That wouldn't be very fun. Ooh, it is getting cold. Apollo, hey, buddy. He's got too much energy right now. Oh my goodness. Let's go this way. Hey. This dog, I tell you what. If there's a bunch more dogs, we may flip around. So when he has too much energy like this and he sees another dog, he like launches for it. And I'm like, you're gonna scare those poor dogs. Ay. So yeah, that's kind of everything diamond painting wise that I have for you. As far as like kits and stuff. The cross-stitch conversion event. Okay, sorry, battery died, but if you look straight ahead, there is a fox. I think it's a fox, or a coyote, or is it a dog? I don't know what animal that is. I think it's a fox. Let me know if you can see it. It just kind of started walking out of nowhere. It's definitely not like a house dog. I don't think so. Apollo is very, very concerned. Not so concerned that he'll stop eating grass, though. I feel bad. I should have taken him somewhere where he could run off leash, but just didn't do it. Okay, there's too many people coming this way. Come on. Let's go the long way. Humans. Hey, stop it. Stop. You gotta stay on the path with me. Poor guy. Hold on, sorry guys. We're just getting resituated on the path here. Trying to get... I kind of want to just walk him out into this field and let him off. Okay. So yeah, for the cross-stitch conversion event, Sophie, Hannah, and I had a meeting this past Tuesday and just kind of went over some more details. And so we'll be launching a Facebook group in conjunction with an announcement video on April 14th. So that's pretty much exactly 6 months from the start date of the event. So that'll give people 6 months to kind of learn about it, know all the rules and details, and if you'd like to participate, you can start getting your materials together, which I think is plenty of time. I was personally getting a lot of messages, and then there's a Facebook group that tracks all the diamond painting events for the year, so we have a little slide on that. There's a bunch of questions on there too, and people are like, we need to know this, we need to know that, and I'm like, you have so much time. But it's just like once people see something, it's like, we need all the information now. It's like, maybe we shouldn't have, or like asked the owner of that Facebook group to not put anything up, like put it on silently on the calendar, but don't say anything until like 4 months out or something. Because we didn't have all the details. I mean, I still think 6 months is like, that's a lot of time. Like, I know it takes a while to order stuff, but even waiting until like June, I think would have been fine. But anyway, we're gonna do April 14th as the launch day. We came up with all the details, so everyone will have that there as far as what's required to enter, how do you participate in winning any prizes if that's the route that we go. All that stuff will be discussed on the announcement video. We're gonna just do a pre-recorded like premiere, so all three of us will be together on a pre-recorded video so we can announce it as a team. And then Hannah's working on the Facebook group as we speak, and so we should have another meeting here in the next probably the next like 2 weeks, just to go over like the images and stuff that she's worked on. So that'll be awesome. She is going to be such a huge help because work's been a little crazy for me, and so I definitely I could use the assist. Drop it. Apollo, come on. What, can you not be like this today? Come on. Let's go. He's in a mood. Look at this. Oh my God. Apollo. Maybe I should just let him off. But I know I'll never get him back. That's the thing. Like, if he's in a mood like this, he wants me to chase him. I was gonna say I could just let him loose in this field and like, I'll come get you in 2 hours. Go play with that fox. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. This freaking, he is losing it today. I'm sorry, man. I know this isn't your ideal situation, but it's what we've got today. So yeah, I'm very thankful that she's willing to take that on. We covered kind of what we want the Facebook group to look like as far as the different tabs and stuff, and the content that we want to have on it, because ideally this is going to be a Facebook group specific to cross-stitch conversions that we have set up permanently, not just for the event. Like, this will be a good resource for anyone wanting to work on cross-stitch conversions, post about their progress, ask questions, all of that good stuff. So even after this event and leading up to it, we're going to be putting content up there on how-tos and videos on different apps, a list of shops and cross-stitch pattern sites, all of that stuff, all about cross-stitch conversions. So it'll be really cool. I'm hoping that we have the bandwidth to devote that kind of time to it permanently. But yeah, a little bit of a different kind of diamond painting group. So that'll be kind of cool. And then what else? They're going to work on, we're working on building out a list of people that we'd like to, or shops that we'd like to reach out to for sponsorship. I think I'm going to take the helm on reaching out to cross-stitch pattern shops and see if they might be interested in like donating a pattern or a gift card or something like that, or find some way to partner with them. So I'm going to be working on that. And then after the launch date, or after the launch video and the Facebook group goes live, I will be, I guess this is kind of an announcement. I may have mentioned it before, but I'm going to be starting to do lives temporarily. I think it would be really helpful for people to have their questions answered in real time about cross-stitch conversions. And so I don't know how I'm going to do it. I need to get a way to film with a second camera, because I'd like to have one camera on the kit that I'm working on or myself, and then have the ability to switch to a computer screen for people to see. Because I'm going to be going live. I don't know which day or time yet, so I don't know, but I will be going live. I think every other week is the plan right now, for an hour to answer any cross-stitch conversion related questions in real time. Essentially, I was telling Sophie when we were on our calls, like, essentially I want it to be like a help desk, and she just looked at me like, cool. But that's kind of what it is. And I told them I'd love for them to join me when they can, so we can just chit chat and answer questions. But it's just open for anyone to come on to be like, hey, I'm thinking about ordering a pattern. How do I know how big it's going to be in a diamond painting? Or I have this picture of my family, I want to convert it into a cross-stitch conversion. How do I do that? And I can, obviously they'll have the resources on the Facebook group that they can go to, but a lot of times people still have lingering questions or just need it said in a different way. So I'm going to go on and just work on my kit, whatever I'm working on, and just answer people's questions. And if they're like, hey, I have a question about this site, have you been to it? I can be like, no, but let's go take a look together. And I can pull up the website, and we can browse together. So that's my plan, is all the way up to and through the event, essentially the last week of April through December 31st, every 2 weeks doing that. So I think it'll be fun. I wasn't always super keen on the idea of going live, and I've been spending less time doing content creation anyway, so this is kind of a step in the opposite direction, but I think it'll be really helpful. I do understand that people have a lot of questions and trepidation around cross-stitch conversion, and my goal this year is to just make it feel as approachable as possible for as many people as possible, because it's so much fun. And I'd love to be like a big part of maybe getting cross-stitch conversions to become more of a thing. And I think that the market, or at least diamond painters, seem to be moving in that direction organically anyway. Like, more people are trying it out. I know Jade recently launched her cross-stitch conversion mini kits. So they're like 30 by 30 kits that she's hand charted and done herself. That'll be really cool. So I'm thinking I think she uses some kind of software as well. But you have to go through when you're taking like and she uses images, at least from what I've seen, that don't have a ton of detail, which makes sense because they're small. But I know like for that Bosch canvas that she was working on, those images, she had to go through and like, she was doing a lot of work to make the people and the little figures and stuff stand out more than they normally would. So I appreciate all of that work. And I think those mini kits are just like, those are kind of a game changer. I hope that she keeps doing those because it's going to allow people to kind of try out cross-stitch conversion without the huge investment. I think they're like $40. So that's huge. I hope she continues to work on those and release more. But yeah, and then with this new shop that'll be launching, I'm really excited about that too. I can't and I won't give any details because that's not on me to do that, but all I can say is I'm just very excited to see what the future lies for cross-stitch conversions. I hope that this is the year that brings a lot more people to it. So, and I hope I get to have a hand in that. So I'll be going live, answer your questions, chit chat. You know, it'll be kind of like a normal live, but the main goal for me there is to help people and talk cross-stitch conversions. So yeah, trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, we've been gabbing. Oh, okay. So yes, final topic. So I have been filming a couple of videos, or I filmed a couple of vlogs. Apollo, come on, enough. A couple of vlogs that I'm not going to post because I don't know. One of them was a year in review, or not a year in review, but like my first year diamond painting, lessons learned and takeaways and just like how this first year's gone. And I filmed that while I took Apollo to the dog park one day for like 2 hours. and it just, I don't know, I was just worried that it was going to come off sounding like, because oh my gosh, this dog, come on, I don't even know what that is, stop. There was just like, you know, some topics that I brought up. It was mostly positive, but I was also just talking about, you know, some of the things that were kind of disappointing and, you know, things to be on the lookout for if you are a new content creator in this space. Like, you may experience this and it's not fun. So just, you know, keep your wits about you. And I don't know, I listened to part of it back and I was like, I could absolutely see this coming off as like too negative or, you know, whatever. So I'm going to re-record that when I actually hit a year that I've had my channel and try it again. And try to come at it from like a different light, or at least have some specific talking points, because you know me, I go off on tangents and then I just felt like I ended up digging myself into a hole a little bit of like, I don't know. And then the other day I took Apollo to the dog wash, and I'm going to insert the actual clip of me taking him to the dog wash because I filmed it with the action camera. I kind of want to see what it looks like, but I thought it'd be fun. He's just been shedding so much. He's blowing his coat. And so it's just the amount of hair that's coming off of this dog is just, it's crazy. And so I brush him almost every day now, but I took him to the dog wash so I could blow dry him. He was a little dirty and a little stinky, so we gave him the full wash. But I think what I'm going to start doing is taking him there more regularly and just not shampooing him and conditioning, because that can dry out their skin, especially like huskies and Malamutes or dogs with that double coat. If you start washing away those natural oils in their coat too much, it can really dry them out and cause irritation and flakiness. So you don't want to wash a husky you want to kind of wash them as infrequently as you can get by. Some people, like, I only take my dog to the dog wash once a year. Some people like once a month. So I've definitely cut back. He only goes like once every other month, kind of, is about the cadence. But because he's shedding, I'm like, I'll just take him and just wet his hair so it doesn't mess up the oils, because I'm not using any cleansing products. But I'm really just there for the blow dry. I just want to take that thing and just blow all of the dead hair and all of that stuff out of his coat that he's shedding. Because even brushing, like, it's not enough. There's so much hair. So anyway, so I took you all to the dog wash with me, or you'll see that after this walk. But it was part of a different vlog that I was just chit-chatting. And so we went on a walk before the dog wash. We went over to where the dog washing place was, but then we just, I was just walking around before our appointment to chat. And once again, I don't know, I was just kind of reflecting on, like, the content that I'm trying to create. You know, I tend to just blab on about that stuff. And I just ended up, like, chatting a little bit about some of the stuff that I've been seeing and just some general frustrations. And I'm like, stop doing that. So I listened to it back, and none of it's bad, but it was just kind of, I don't know, I'm not trying to stir up anything. So sometimes even just, come on. Oh my God, this dog. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't let him off leash, because he's not listening to anything I'm saying. Hey, buddy, what's wrong today? What's your attitude? Sorry, there's a dog that was walking by. Apollo was trying to jump at it. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I just didn't want to come off any kind of way, and, like, I don't know. It's all me being honest, and I'm not saying anything, like, mean or rude or anything like that, but I just, once again, I want to continue to drive positivity. And so I'm like, this could get misconstrued in any number of ways if anybody's feeling particularly sensitive. So I was like, we'll just not do it. But I was like, I still have the dog washing content on the action camera. And so I still want to share that. So I will put that at the end of this. This was from 3 days ago at the time of filming this. I took Apollo to this place called Dingo's. It's one of the places where we get his food, but it's where I take him to get his dog washes. And I was like, I'll set up the action camera in there so everyone can see just how much hair I'm talking about. So that'll be a fun little clip at the end of this. I'm going to put music to it. And then I took some still photos of what I looked like after it, because I just, like, my hair was covered in his hair. It was, like, all caked onto my face. At one point, it was, like, tickling my nose, and I kind of, like, opened my mouth a little bit to, like, get it off. And I got, like, a mouthful of his hair, because it was, like, it literally creates, like, a mask of hair. And his undercoat hair is, like, very fine, like, cotton ball kind of material. It's, like, super fine hair fibers, and they're very soft, and they just get into everything. So yeah, it was crazy. And he's already, like, he's back to shedding like a madman just a couple days later. Like, it helps overall, but it doesn't, like, solve the issue for any length of time. And he's also, this is his first time blowing his coat, and I guess that dogs have their, like, puppy coat or puppy fur that they'll shed when they hit about a year old. So he's, like, doing double duty shedding right now. Luckily, I'm not allergic, so yeah. Anyway, well, we're coming back up to the car. We're about to intersect with another dog, so I might as well just let you go. Sorry if I started to get a little frustrated, but it's always difficult when he's being difficult. But he's not too bad. It's just he's usually a lot better, you know. So when it does deviate from our normal time out here, I'm like, dude, like, what's going on? But it's just because I need to take him to some place off leash tomorrow because he's got a lot of pent up energy. Poor guy. I'm sorry. Come on, let's go. He ate about an entire salad buffet worth of grass too, which is not fun. Okay, well, we're back at the car. I'm gonna cut to that last clip, so enjoy Apollo's little stressed out bod getting washed. He doesn't love it, but it's not like he doesn't howl, he doesn't cry. He just puts his head on my shoulder or leans up against me, like puts his weight up against me and tries to like scoot me out of the way so he can climb out of the tub. He just doesn't like it, but he doesn't freak out. But anyway, we're back here at the parking lot. Beautiful evening stroll. I'm gonna go home and get some more stuff done before we go out for a little bit. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, your favorite dog. And as always, happy placing, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, baby. Say bye. Come here. Say bye. I love you even though you're nuts. You're nuts. You're nuts. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.